be hit me, double cup, yeah.
Hey fam, it's me, Johnnie. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. Before I begin, I would like to ask you to give me a huge hug and stay forever by subscribing. Thank you. Now, let's get into this video. This video is going to be a Q&A of all the questions that I received about this tummy tuck journey to the Dominican Republic with Dr. Medina, Dr. Tania Medina. I have a whole bunch of questions and I wrote them down so I made sure that I will be able to answer everything that was asked. One of the first questions that I received was, how was CC, which is the clinic or the building where Medina's office is. CC Lip has a lot of, or maybe a handful of doctors that operate out of that building. I'm going to insert a bunch of pictures and videos. This is how CC Lip looks on the outside. And then I'll just insert randomly some videos of what it looks like on the inside. And pictures with Dr. Tania Medina. She's so freaking little, y'all. I thought she was going to be taller than that. She's tiny and she's really skinny. But she's really beautiful. So, anywho, I'm off subject. But let me just get into how CC Lip was. It was very clean. Everyone was very professional. It kind of put me in the mind of a plastic surgeon's office in the States. I went to see both parts of Medina's area of work, and I went into her office, and then I went into the area where the surgeries take place and the aftercare takes place. Kindly enough, my driver, Will, took me there. The first day that I got there, he took me there because he had some stuff to drop off, and he asked me did I want to go ride with him and see, and I said hell yeah I do. So I went with him and I got to see everything before, like it was literally my first day. I got to see Marielle. Marielle is Dr. Medina's assistant, and she's very informative, okay? I got to see her. I got to see, it was so crowded. Oh my god, it was Tuesday and it was freaking crowded in there, but I was able to see like the clinic, a little bit of the office, and I recorded everything, and like where they do the initial marking and the pictures and stuff. I got to see all of that, and I took videos and stuff like that, but I thought that the place was really nice and clean. That's all I really cared about. If it was sterile and clean, it was just clean. And it was, the operating area or the OR floor was very clean. You could smell whatever they use to clean, you could smell it. So it smelled clean. It was pretty big, to tell you the truth. Compared to the offices that I've been to in the States, that was a pretty large OR floor. Yeah, so that's some of the stuff that I've noticed about the CC Lip. They have like a waiting area. Let me tell y'all though, there was wall porn everywhere. It was on the ceilings. It was everywhere. Literally art porn. There was naked ladies, titties everywhere, ass everywhere. Like, I was like kind of blown away. Like, they even had a picture of or like a sculpture with just a bunch of boobs, different sizes and stuff. I took plenty of videos and plenty of pictures to show y'all, but I was blown away at how much wall porn there was. That's the only way I can describe it. Wall porn. And any ladies who's been to that OR area, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Honestly, it's right when you first walk in and you look up, it's like wall porn on the it's art porn looking art on the ceilings and everything. It's crazy. But I thought it was, I don't know. It was just something different. What time was your surgery? My surgery was at I begged Marielle and I asked nicely to Dr. Medina, can I have first surgery? They go based off of the risk factors. So what she said is if they don't have any diabetics that are having surgery that day, I can get my surgery first, which I was the first surgery. So yeah, it was the first surgery. I went into the OR around 8 o'clock in the morning, I think, or 9 o'clock in the morning. Did you tell her what you wanted? I did not tell her what I wanted. She did give me, from what I hear, most women or most ladies that go there, they do not get that many opportunities to meet Dr. Medina. Fortunately for me, I got to see her about 15, I think I wrote down 15 times I got to see her. So I got to see her a lot. And one of the reasons why is because of my lipo burn, okay? So I did have the opportunity at the initial consultation, and then again when she marked me up, she asked me several times, do you have any questions or concerns? She asked me that at least 6 times, and I feel like that would have been the opportunity to tell her, yes, I have questions, this is what I want to look like. So I did have the opportunity to tell her what I wanted, but I let her be the judge. I did not want any type of fat transfer, so that's one thing that I just stressed. I made sure that I said, I do not want a BBL, I do not want a fat transfer, I don't want lats, hips, nothing. I don't want none of that. And I don't feel like I got any of that stuff, okay? So I did have the opportunity to tell her, yes. What is contour? I was asked what is contour. Now that, I think that involves fat transfer. I'm not really sure what contour is, but contour, when they add the fat transfer, they're contouring your body. They're shaping your body. So from my knowledge, that is what contour is. Did you want lats? Okay, lats is just like how Beyonce shaped, okay? That is a perfect example of lats. It's the hip, it's like on top of the hips. Right where the hips began, that's what a lat is. It kind of just, I'll insert a picture of what lats is. It's just the top of the hip, and then it goes down into the hip, but it's just making you more wide, or making you have the appearance of having like an upper hip. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can explain it. Do you get keloid skins, or if so, did you get the shots for the keloids? First, I do not keloid, so I did not get the shots. As you can see, my incision is very smooth. I don't get keloids, so I don't know much about treatment for keloids. What time was your surgery? I already answered that. What was the blue pill, and how was your experience with the blue pill? Oh my God, okay? I don't even remember calling my mom. Apparently, I was talking to my mom on the FaceTime. I have no memory of that, okay? I just remember making sure I locked all my stuff inside of my safe, and then I kept asking, where's my stuff gonna go? And then I remember the little lady coming in, the nurse coming in and saying, this pill's gonna make you feel really, really good. And I'm like, it is gonna put me to sleep or something? And she was like, it could, but it's gonna relax you. I said, so what is this pill? And she was just like, it's kind of an anxiety pill. From what I see, from what she told me, it is an anxiety pill. It's not a sleeping pill. It's kind of similar to Xanax. It's just going to relax you. One thing I noticed about it is that you do some stuff that you ain't going to remember. Okay? You're going to be doing some crazy stuff. Like, I don't remember, but my mom said I called her. I was talking to her. When they came to get me for surgery, they took me into this little back room where they do all the IVs, and it's literally like 4 beds, or 3 to 4 beds, and then they put curtains in between the hospital beds, and then they have like a little hospital table there. But I remember putting my stuff on the hospital table, and I remember laying back, and then I remember being woken up because it knocked me the hell out. First, I'm not really keen on taking a lot of medication, So I think that's the reason why it made me sleep as fast as it did. But yeah, I was like knocked the hell out. I didn't even remember this, okay? I just remember her coming in and then taking me, and I walked into the OR, but I was really woozy from that pill. So they kind of had to help me get into the OR. But I did walk in there. I did get on the bed, on the little thing that they have there, and it's not even that big. It's like the slab is like this freaking big. It's tiny. I'm like, I'm gonna roll off of this thing. And but that's my experience with the blue pill. It's freaking hilarious. I don't remember anything. I took it, I put my stuff on the table, and that was all I remember. And then I remember being woken up and still feeling kind of dizzy and walking into the ER with the assistance of the nurses there. Does it hurt? Does a tummy tuck hurt like a C-section? No. A C-section to me hurt worse. But after like skipping meds and stuff, I feel like the tummy tuck and the C-section go hand in hand. It was kind of the same pain, but I feel like the C-section, the pain when I wasn't on meds was intense. With the tummy tuck, I could breathe and stuff. I remember crying after a C-section in so much pain. I did not cry with my tummy tuck until I got home and forgot my meds, okay? And forgot to take them. But to me, the C-section hurt a little bit worse, but I feel like the recovery is a little bit harder for a tummy tuck than a C-section. Because I didn't have to bend over and stuff like that. So that's what I feel about the C-section versus a tummy tuck. But it is not the same. You're going into organs, into muscle, into skin and everything when it comes to a C-section. Tummy tuck, everything's superficial. So yeah. How is my lipo? Okay. As you can see, I have a lipo burn. I have a little bit of lipo burn on this hip too, but it's tiny. So lipo for me, it was painful afterwards, especially when I got massages. Oh my god. And then the drain and all this jazz, it was just a lot, okay? Lipo to me was, I don't know if I knew what I knew now, I would not have done lipo, okay? That's just me. That's just me personally, but I just wouldn't have done lipo if I would have known that it would be this freaking painful. I wouldn't have done it, okay? So lipo was something else for me. I ended up having to do oxygen therapy for my lipo burn, which was $80 an hour. I only paid for 2 hours because I was not paying for that, especially when my oxygen was at 100%. My oxygen saturation was at 100%. So that's my experience with lipo. It's the aftermath that kind of is a little bit draining. One thing I did notice about when I was under, some people don't even go to sleep, okay? But they use general anesthetic, and the girl was like, okay, we're gonna put some meds in your IV, you're gonna go to sleep now. That's all I remember. I remember that, and then I remember hearing a man's voice. When I was getting my lipo, I was on my stomach. I just remember hearing a man speaking Spanish, and he was right here. Like, I knew he was standing right here. I don't know what he was doing, but I'm 1000% sure I heard a man's voice while I was getting lipo. But I don't want to speculate. I don't know what this guy was doing, but I just know I heard his voice. Let's see. Did they give you pain meds after surgery? Yes, they do prescribe you pain meds, but it's an anti-inflammatory. So I stress to you to make sure that you ask Marielle or Dr. Medina for pain meds. A prescription for pain meds. They're going to come in when you're 24 hours after you've been there, right before you discharge, and give you your prescriptions list. And I made sure that I asked Marielle for pain med. I wanted Tramadol 50 or something strong, so because I knew that I'm gonna need it, okay? So I stress to you, get pain meds or bring your own. I did bring my own, and honestly, it wasn't enough. That's how much of pain meds I was taking. So That's one thing I noticed, is that you need to, they're going to prescribe you them. And I think I spent maybe $150 on medication. Like I bought antibiotics, and then I bought pain meds, and then my heparin shots. But I did spend, the pain meds were like $10 US. I think it was like $264 for pesos, but it was super cheap. And I got 50 milligram tramadol, and I came with 20 tramadol. So yeah. Am I in stage 2 garments? Yes, I am. Marielle told me not to wear my stage 2s until after my lipo burn was a little bit more healed, which it is. I do still put dressing over my lipo burn, but I do wear stage 2 garments. They did try me and was like, we're gonna give you a small stage 2 garment. I was in a large stage 1, okay? I wanted to try it on just to make sure that I could fit it. When I say I couldn't get that thing past I couldn't get it past my calf, okay? I was like, no, let's just go ahead and switch this out. So I contacted them, and they were so nice about it. They were just like, oh, we'll sit. They even had the driver come pick it up, because we'll stay really close to the recovery house that I lived in. And he came and got it, and then he brought it back on his way home. So that was convenient. I had a small, and I switched it out for a medium. Now I did end up buying another stage 2 garment off of, because the medium still was too tight. I just felt like it would cut my circulation, so I did not wear it. I ended up buying one off of Amazon, and what I'm telling you now, ladies, is to buy your stuff on Amazon. There are the Maria E. They have the same brand. It's the Maria E. fajas, and they're $80, but when you buy them from Medina, they're gonna be $140. So you just save your money and buy online on Amazon. If you have access to Amazon, buy it on there. It's just way cheaper. And what I did was bought a large for stage 2, because that's the one that was kind of, it could fit me, but it was still compressing like it should be. So right now I'm currently in a large stage 2, but it's a lot tighter than my after surgery or post surgery stage 1. That stuff is like spandex. The faja that I'm wearing now, which is my stage 2, that stuff don't really stretch, so it's kind of squeezing everything in together to contour. Did you take any blood thinners? Yes. They recommended, from what I was hearing in like the surgery groups and stuff, they were saying to take 14 heparin shots. I'm like, that's a little excessive. From working in the VA, I've never seen nobody take that many heparin shots. So I was definitely uncomfortable taking that many. So over a period of 11 days, I took 5 heparin shots. I took one immediately when I got to the recovery house. I would skip a day and take another one, skip 2 days, take another one, skip a day, take another one, like that. And then I saved one for right before I went to fly, but right before I went to the airport. So that's how I did it. I had a total of 5 heparin shots, and that cost me like 25 bucks or 24 bucks. So heparin shots were, I just didn't feel comfortable taking that many blood thinners. It's just, no. I didn't want to get all the bruises, and what if I would have scratched myself the wrong way, because you get really itchy after surgery. I could have scratched myself and just kept bleeding out, so I just didn't feel comfortable taking it. How are the ultrasound massages? Okay, so I had a total of 7 ultrasound massages, and I preferred hands-on. I didn't really care too much for the ultrasound massage. It's literally just this metal thing that they rub over you. It's hyped up, okay? That's just my personal opinion. I feel like the ultrasound massages are way hyped up, like too hyped up. I preferred just a deep tissue kind of pressing massage. It was very painful. Every single massage was painful, okay? But it helped. I would say I would start off with like 20 cc's in my drain, and by the time I was finished, I would have up to 200 cc's of fluid inside of my drain, because the way that she she did, her name is Janelle. I freaking love that girl. But the way that she did it is she massaged all the fluids towards my drain. That's all she did. She just press and massage all the fluids towards my drain. My experience with the ultrasound thing, like you can buy that thing for $25 on Amazon. So I don't know about that, but I paid $25 per massage. I got a total of 8 massages while I was there. The lymphatic massages and the ultrasound massage is separate. No, they're together. For me, they did the ultrasound first for the first like 10-15 minutes, and then like 45 minutes of a lymphatic massage. So how's your scar? You've already seen it. It's smooth. How long did you take pain medications for? Okay, so I'm currently still taking pain medications, but I took the opiate pain medications all the way from, I call myself stopped like day 5. Girl, that was the wrong thing to do. I had to wake up the nurse and tell the nurse at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, come give me my pain meds because I can't move. Like, don't do that, okay? Take them until you feel like you don't need to take them no more, but I stopped taking them around 11. Like the day I got home is when I stopped taking them. So I took them for about 12 days post-op. How was the recovery house? Okay, so listen. I'm going to do a whole video about this recovery house, okay? It's called American Beauty Recovery House, okay? I'm not going to discuss it in this video. I will do a separate video only for a review of that recovery house. Would I recommend it? Absolutely not. But that's all I'm going to give you for that. Do not stay there. I turned away about 3 dolls from my time down there. I turned away at least 3. Do not stay at this place, okay? But I will do a video for that separately to talk about everything, a complete review of this place with receipts, with video, with evidence, okay? So just bear with me. How am I feeling now? So I feel fine. It's just I'm still pretty stiff and I'm still tight, but for the most part my pain is about a 3 out of 10, and that's with me just taking Tylenol and ibuprofen. But I feel pretty good. What did your hubby say about your new body? Okay, so my husband is currently deployed, so he didn't get to go with me. I had to go alone. But I sent him videos and things like that of like my massage the day of the surgery and all that stuff, and he loves it. He says it looks really good. He can't wait to see it in real life, but from what he sees, he likes it. He thinks it looks really good. How much was my plane ticket? My plane ticket was $403 and like 90 something cents. I got it on Just Fly. You can find tickets like that on Cheap Air and Just Fly. I did purchase those tickets in the middle of the night. But I think it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday I purchased my tickets in the middle of the night. But it was like 3 a.m. and I purchased my ticket. Why? I feel like between the hours of like 1 and 4 on Monday to Thursday is the best time, an optimal time to purchase flights anywhere because they seem to be cheaper. So that's what I did. So that concludes my Q&A. If I left something out, y'all just go ahead and leave everything down below. Leave any questions you have down below in the comment section and I will answer those accordingly. But yeah, that's my Q&A for surgery in the DR. So yeah, thank you guys for asking all the questions that you did, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.
Bounce back, you bounce back, you bounce back, you bounce back.